This is a story about a fisherman named Raja. Raja was living a happy life in his small world with his wife and two beloved children, Sultan and Hashim. Their only means of living was an old yet sturdy boat and the sparkling seawater that brought new dreams every day. Throughout the day, he would go out to sea with his boat, cast his nets, and return home in the evening smiling to his little hut. Raja's face shone like the sun, and his eyes held dreams of building a good house for his family, of fulfilling his children's dreams. But one day, everything changed. Suddenly, it seemed like life had vanished from the sea. The nets came up empty, the waves were silent, and no sign of fish was found. Sultan, crying from hunger, would say, "Baba, will we get something to eat?" Hashim quietly hid in his mother's shawl. Raja cast his nets every day with renewed hope, but when the nets came up empty, his heart would break. His wife, hiding tears in her eyes, would say, "Raja, we need to do something. We can't survive like this." Raja thought, "Staying here won't change anything. We need to try our luck in new waters." The next morning, when the first rays of the sun touched the water, Raja took his boat, hugged Sultan and Hashim, and gestured for his wife to pray. The boat swayed in the wind, and there was a strange sadness in the sea waves. They travelled through rivers all day, sometimes under the scorching sun, sometimes through dense darkness, sometimes hearing strange sounds in the water. But Raja kept his courage. As evening approached, they arrived at a strange place, where the water was shining unusually, as if stars had fallen on the ground. Sultan screamed, "Look, Baba! The water is shining!" Raja cast his net, and when he pulled it up, everyone's eyes lit up. In the net was a golden fish, so beautiful it looked like a piece of a dream. Its glow illuminated the boat, cutting through the darkness. Sultan and Hashim jumped with joy. "We are rich now, Baba. Our troubles are over." But Raja's heart was filled with a strange unease. There was something in the fish's eyes, a call, a secret. That night, when everyone was sleeping, strange events began to happen in the house. A light flickered in the dark, doors opened with the wind, and someone's hiss was felt. Raja told his wife, "This golden fish is not ordinary. There is a secret hidden in it." The next morning, Raja decided he would uncover the truth. He took his boat and set out to ask the people of nearby villages. Every time he mentioned the golden fish, people's faces turned pale. "We don't know anything," they would say, closing their doors. One young man even trembled and said, "Don't take that fish. It carries a centuries-old curse." But Raja did not give up. With one last flicker of hope, he reached a sad and desolate village where an old man named Kizzer lived. When he knocked on the door, a cold voice came. "Come in, my son. You've been waiting." Surprised, Raja entered. The old man asked him to sit, gave him cold water and placed his hand on his shoulder. "I know what you're searching for," the old man said softly. Kizzer Baba began to tell a story centuries old. A long time ago, there was a king who broke his friendship with the sea. In his greed, he betrayed the sea's god. As punishment, he was trapped in a golden fish. Since then, anyone who catches that fish will bring misfortune to their life, unless someone with a pure heart releases the fish back to the sea. Raja's legs went cold. "What should I do, Baba?" he asked, trembling. Baba Kizzer smiled and said, "If you want happiness for your children, take that fish to the deepest part of the sea and release it with a prayer." That night, when the whole world was asleep, Raja secretly took the golden fish in his boat and set out. The sea was dark, with a strange roar in the waves. But Raja did not lose his courage. The waves tossed his boat here and there, the air was cold, and something was buried deep in the sea. Raja closed his eyes, said a deep prayer, and from his heart, he spoke, "O sea, I return to you what was yours. forgive my family." He released the fish into the water. As soon as the fish dove in, a lightning bolt struck, a violent storm came through the waves, and for a moment, everything went dark. When everything calmed down, a wave of peace swept across the sea. In the morning, when Raja returned home, every face was smiling. The sea had come back to life. The nets were filled with fish. Raja, his wife and children, all had a new spark of hope in their eyes. Their life once again followed the path of happiness. But now, Raja had a new understanding in his heart. It is not greed, but a pure heart and honesty that shapes life.